Speaking of the offensive line, as I said before, Bull, Jed Wills and Jack Conklin were both expected to practice today. Conklin went through some individual drills. It did not appear, based on the reports from people at practice, he went through the full 5-on-5 sessions. Jed Wills not seen out there in individual drills. Is it fair to be skeptical that either of those guys will be in uniform again for the Browns at left tackle, and it may have to be James Hudson or Jermaine Ifedi or whoever?
Now,
do you expect those two to play?
I guess at this point I'm not. If they can't fully practice, why would I expect them to play? No. It's already Thursday. This is from yesterday's practice, not today's yet, right? So they couldn't now, if one of them gets a full practice in today, maybe I'll change my mind, especially Conklin, because at least he's practicing a little. There's no way Jed's playing this week. He hasn't practiced at all.
Even if
Conklin's practiced to some degree for a couple of weeks. But
even if he practiced today,
Conklin got a full practice,
how much shape you think he in shape to go out there for 4 quarters?
Man, listen,
probably not, but at least he's been practicing for 2 weeks. Did James Hudson play that bad? I don't know that James Hudson. I think Draymond Jones. And by the way,
Draymond Jones.
Shout
out my boy Draymond from Cleveland.
Shout out St. Ignatius High School.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand, why every time I hear somebody talk about the Browns' offensive line, they're saying 2 backup offensive linemen. You can't call DeJuan Jones a backup offensive lineman.
Because
he's a starter.
Yeah. I mean, that's
because they just keep repeating what everybody else says.
That's right.
Yeah, look, man. This is my theory.
I like this.
This is my theory.
It's already funny to me.
Jed Wills know what it is.
Yeah, he know what it is.
Yes,
he knows.
Jed Wills know what it is. He at the end of on his 5th year deal, right? He know that. Look, I didn't even play that well when I was in my prime. Jed Wills.
Don't do that.
Jed Wills.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna let you know.
His last couple games was fine.
He trying to ride out on them last couple games. I'm gonna ride out on them boys. I need to keep that tape alive.
You said he watched what Baker did.
Man,
he said, "Yeah, I'm not
doing that." Think about it like this. Think about it like this. If he look, hey, if I go ahead and get this red shirt this year. And be like, look, I didn't even play the whole year. I just had to get my health back. And then now I go back to the free agent market, and guess what? My name got to be mentioned as former first-round pick, played well at the last couple of games, was coming on a little bit. And it looked like the light bulb was going off for him, and then he got the injury, had a couple setbacks. Now he's back. He's been working out. His trainer and his staff, his team is saying that he's lost 15 pounds. He's full of, and guess what? Now you might mess around and you got to get somebody to overpay you at that position.
Who's doing that?
It's a tackle.
Listen to me.
James Hudson.
Anything's possible. That seems like a stretch, though.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, look, man.
Listen. It's a great marketing strategy. It really is. At the end of the day.
I didn't say it was going to work.
At the end of the day, listen to me. Put the camera on me. This is what they're going to do.
Go.
Click. That's what they're going to do. They're going to get in there and say, click, roll the tape. Let's see. And they ain't going to say to themselves, is this guy worth top tackle money?
No.
And they're going to say no. Now, he could get a 1-year prove-it deal, which is exactly what he's going to get. Whether that's from the Browns or anybody else, it's going to be a 1-year prove-it deal.
I feel like if he were free agent right now, he'd get, like this offseason, he'd get like a 1-year, $5 million contract maybe.
Now, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
Most.
Now, watch this. Put the camera on me. If he come back tomorrow out of shape, with bad feet, and tired and ain't played no competition, and he come back against Josh Allen, you know what that tape gonna look like? Put the tape on. Click. Who the hell is that?
Wait a minute.
Put the tape on. Dang, Deshaun Watson gets smacked. Is that Jed? Who is this 71? We can't do that.
Are you insinuating?
We can't do that. We can't do that.
Who do we play after?
Giants.
After the Raiders.
Giants, the Raiders, and the Commanders.
So you insinuate he coming back the Commanders?
Oh, that's what I'm insinuating.
So he not going up against Micah Josh.
No.
Max Crosby.
Thibodeau.
Brian Burns.
No. He has already said, I'm redshirting myself for 4 weeks. You're not going to get me. Because that's smoke.
Chubb coming back the same
time. He said, I'm going to come back with Nick. They done already got a pact. They got a pact.
By the way, on a semi-related note, did you see that video of Max Crosby kind of taking a shot at Nick Bosa?
No, what'd he say?
Nick Bosa's the one on the Chargers, right?
No, that's Joey.
That's
Oh,
Joey.
Joey. I'm sorry. There's this video of Joey Bosa like getting pissed off on the field from getting held.
Yeah.
And he's like screaming at the ref, and he's screaming on the sidelines.
He's out of here too.
And Max Crosby's like, he said that's like I can't remember if he said it's a P move or whatever, something like that. Because he's like, dude, we get held on every play. You just got to suck it up and keep playing. Like, you can't whine about it to everybody. You got to make plays.
You know, Joey Bosa's out of here. But we need to come up, McNuggets, you need to come up with a list of people that still got names but really is out of here.
Whoa.
You
First
think
of all,
he's washed?
you gonna cut it out.
Yeah.
You gonna watch your mouth.
Odell Beckham's been in that group for 5 years.
Yeah.
Hey.
Facts.
There will be no Joey Bosa slander on this show.
Bro,
because Joey just had a really good week one. What you talking about?
That's a nice top 5 list for you. Nick Bosa's done.
What?
Not Nick, his brother.
Yeah.
You are
Joey.
sick because he got hurt.
Is Zeke Elliott on that list?
No.
Oh, Zeke Elliott.
No.
Been out of here.
First
That
of all,
leap, he had a nice little jump.
and I don't.
Michael Thomas?
Been out of here.
Hey, you need to cut that out.
That's
too.
too
we just
good.
named
Thomas isn't even in the
2015.
league anymore.
We just named 2015 Buckeyes.
Listen, first of all,
That's crazy.
First of
That
all,
is kinda
hold up.
crazy.
You know what? When I first seen Zeke jump over
That was
Denzel,
nice. Yeah.
I said that's Buckeye on Buckeye crime. But I'm glad he did it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because it saved the collision from Denzel.
That's true.
He actually looked out.
Are you
for him.
friends with Zeke?
I see him every February.
At the Buckeye Cruise.
We talk
That's
all the
it.
time. Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
All right.
So yeah. He's kind of washed a little bit. He's kind of out of here.
Who?
We talked about it. We put it in the chat. Like when we bring it back to the Browns, like Jack Conklin and Jed Wills. I'm just giving you the real. Like when you're a big dude, it is so hard to come back and just start playing. I remember every single time that I went from playing football to basketball, like I had no time for conditioning, and I played every single moment of every single snap in high school. Special teams, all of it. Kickoff, all of it.
Special teams.
Yes.
That's abuse.
2 ways.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If Jed come back to Commander Sweet,
He is.
I am going to laugh so hard because that means it's clear as day what he did.
Yes.
But I get it though. You know what? I do get it from a marketing standpoint. Like I'm not about to come back and go against the best and think that I ain't did OTAs, I ain't did training camp, I ain't did preseason, and you want me to come right back and play the best?
The team's that stupid to fall for this?
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
Yes.
If the player says he can't play, like they can't force
They can't-
him.
I know. I literally know a guy who played corner in the league.
Quarterback.
Corner.
Okay.
He had an injury. He was fine to come back. He said, no, I'm not coming back until I am literally 100% healthy. Like they was like all the trainers was like, he's clear to go. He can play. He said, I'm not playing till I'm 100% healthy.
So this had to be on the Niners.
No, I sat there and I couldn't believe that this was happening. You know what happened at the end of that season? He ended up coming back like the last couple of games. You know what happened at the end of that year?
What?
Signed a contract with that team for an extension. I couldn't believe it.
Had he been
I
excellent?
couldn't believe
was it
it.
good?
How good had he been before that?
We'll talk after the show. I'll tell you.
And you know what Jack Conklin is doing?
Yeah.
He like, nah, bro, I ain't about to do that. You ain't about to get me up out of here. Like, he looking at Jed like, you want me to come get the smoke? And then when Jed get healthy, you gonna rotate me out because I'm getting smoked? Nah.
So they're both gonna sit on their ass doing nothing.
You gonna have to pick.
So yes or no answer.
Yeah.
I know it's Thursday.
No,
There's
they're
still
not
more time.
playing.
No.
Neither one is playing.
Absolutely. Not even dressing. Not even on the team plan.
Not in case of emergency. None of
Jumping
that.
James Hudson is starting to let
Jumping
that.
James
All right,
Hudson.
let's move on to our next topic. If you missed the